at the beginning of us, it was just male and female. This transgender thing is a new thing.
It's still just male and female.
So when you think about it, this is a new thing.
Still male and female.
It should be like that in the restaurants. Wherever it's public, I shouldn't have to be in the bathroom. And it should be, if you're transgender, because one thing about it, it should be known that that's what you are. You shouldn't be able to fly under the radar and be a pretend female. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, this is what you decided that you are. You had to be created to become that. So you're a creative player. So we need to create a bathroom for you guys.
No, the bathroom should be just neutral. But I'm saying if it's women and men, my view was, I just want us to understand, like, okay, we have some of the same issues, like you know, the women in sports, men in sports.
Fuck, man, that sucks.
We don't like it. I don't like that.
I don't want. If I had a daughter, I would not want her to get a concussion, right, from a bigger, stronger male, right?
Scientifically, it's just
built different. Built different.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's some women out there who are great athletes, right?
Yeah, snoop some of our boots.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I can get outran by about half of them. You know,
but still, like, I feel like not that a woman should be in a woman's place, but I think it's this thing where they've been pushing this for so long to the point where it shouldn't be a culture where women are trying to compete with a man. Like, I know it might sound male chauvinist that a woman have her place in a man, but through generation after generation, like, this is how it's always been.
Until about 5 minutes ago?
You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able, it's just like, put this in perspective. Once upon a time, you can tell, oh, that's a female car, that's a male car. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? When they make watches, they make a male watch and a female watch. But when we go through the 80s, that the woman in competition with us, now they don't want that woman watch. They want the man watch. They want the big boy. They don't want what's classified as a women car. They want the big boy. Now you see these little women in SUVs and muscle cars.
Once again, we putting
them in the box.
But I'm saying, if this is how it's been designed, even to women's jewelry, it's always been separated. You know, this is for a man, this is for a woman.
All right, let me ask you this. About to cut you off. Miles, this is how it's been designed, right? Who created the design?
I guess God.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's so sad. KKK. Young, I got old cash, spazzing on they ass. I got Prada on my ass. Got my lab one man popping like a damn tag. Shopping on they ass. I just bought a new old Jag. Yeah, it's so fast. Smoking flow, you a jackass. All I smoke is gas. Don't you ask me where the pole at.
So I want to get back to the bathroom thing, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we have male, female, and trans. All right, let's say we've got 3 of a million different gender types that they're making, right? Because there's a plus at the LGBTQ. You want to be gay, lesbian, whatever, I don't care, right? I don't think it should be put down anybody's throat. But as far as the bathroom thing goes, you're a business owner, right? You have a male locker room, a female locker room, or an away locker room, a home locker room, right? Now, is it incumbent on you to build another locker room, a whole nother locker room, because we want it to be even across the board, right? Is it incumbent on you to build a transgender locker room?
Nope.
Why?
I said you can't build a third bathroom.
You can't do it. It's like you can have single stalls. And look, I understand, like, kids growing up, you know, middle school and high school, and they're like, I don't know what I am. Well, in my opinion, look down, figure it out, you'll be all right. But I understand, like, it's confusing for some people, especially that time of their life. Have a single stall bathroom, you know, a teacher's closet or a teacher's single-use bathroom. Use a staff bathroom. Something like that. Family bathroom. Easy enough. Lock the door, one person in, one person out. Should be easy.
I'm at this new little walk of mine. Like I'm in a real good place in my life of evolvement and spiritual growth. Is trying to understand views and how to look at everything. Like you said, we can't put people in the box. So that if you have these problems, what is the solution? The solution is, how can we fix the problem of I'm transgender. I can't go to a women's bathroom. I can't go to a men's bathroom, but I'm still a human being that's looking for love.
And you looking for
So I just need
in the bathroom?
No, not still in the bathroom.
Oh, I was like that's hold up.
No, when I say I don't care how you look at it, I love, like you have to. They still, I have a lot of friends that's gay, and I love them as my friend. I don't look at them. I don't care what the hell you do with your lifestyle, because you can judge my life.
100%.
But they still need love, and to the point of acceptance of, okay, this is who I am. I want to be, because I have a family member right now that transition, right? And it's like, I try to tell my family, like, you have to respect him for what he wants to be. If his name is not no longer, call him who he wants to be. And it's her now, but I'm like, at the end of the day, I respect that. But look at the difficulties she's going to face in life.
Right? But you got to respect the person that known this person for who they were all this time, and don't want to call them that.
That's
you know
what
what I'm
saying. She
So
said, I birthed him. So I'm going to, I had to listen to that. Yeah,
I got a situation now. My stepdaughter, I just, found out that, a few years ago that she transitioned. And it's crazy because me and her was like this.
Tight.
But when me and her mother wanted to see eye to eye, and it was time for me to roll out, it got awkward. You know what I'm saying? Because the separation wasn't handled properly, because sometimes women have a tendency to be in their emotions to, they forget about everything else that's going on. And as a woman, she's just been like, look, this is grown people business. Don't destroy the relationship that you got with this man because you're trying to be here for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you done messed that up because you ain't handled that right. So I leave. So even though I still got great relationships with my stepsons, you know what I'm saying? But this little girl that me and her, I was in her life more than her actual father, even though her father was in her life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so moving forward, I'm like, damn, it shouldn't have been like that. Yeah. And I think about that more every time when I talk to my stepson. And, we tell each other we love them. They grown men and everything, And recently, my stepson, I had a birthday. He FaceTimed me, and he was at the bar. And then he switched the FaceTime around. It was his mother and his sister, my stepdaughter did. So it was crazy. And she came in, I was like, hey, I seen her face. And I really didn't see her, but I see her, and I, you know what I'm saying? You just open up other emotions from when I last saw her. And, we called her Pooh. I was like, Pooh. And when I heard her open her mouth,
a little bit different.
She saw, and I was like, wow. That jump, because I wasn't ready for that, and I didn't know that she had moved forward with that. So it's like, wow. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, because, I don't feel no type of way about her because she transitioning. You know what I'm saying? I just...
No, you've got the history and the memories, and you still love that person.
Yeah, so it was just like, but if I gotta, if we, I'm asking because I want to know, because I want to respect who she is, man. So I'm different, because some people don't respect that and then be like, well, she pulled to me. This is what her name is, both sides. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like everybody, just like I'm not ready to call my goddaughter by her birth name, because we've been calling her nickname all her life. My stepdaughter, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call, I never called her by her birth name has always been Pooja.
Yeah.
But now, because though I still love her, and I see that she really moving forward with this, I want to know. I'm not going to ask her because I don't feel comfortable with it, but I'm asking her brothers, what does she want to be called?
Yes.
And things of that nature. Wait, well, I'll get to
Yeah,
that.
you get to that
But you know
conversation,
what I'm saying? Yeah. So but my whole thing with that, going back to it, I feel as though when you choose, because sometimes you choose a certain position and make your life
Harder.
complicated and harder because of your decision to transition.
Right.
So, but should it be on me to make it easier for you or make it better for you because of your decision? But at the same time, when people are in power and positions to make adjustments for people, because now it's not just one or two. It's like a whole culture that is doing this. Almost so much to, they could be a new race of people.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
it's like, but I think that some people will try to use this shit to their benefit, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Like, don't get me wrong. I sympathize with anybody who's going through transition, right? It's got to be tough, right? How do you, like he's saying, how do you go and do you wear just a fucking name tag that says, call me Michelle now, not Miles, and like this person, right? So you've got that prior relationship, but now if I roll up to somebody on the street, I say, hey Chris, how you doing? Well, it ain't Chris no more with a deep ass voice. Christina now. I'm going to be in a little bit of shock, and I'm not trying to offend him, but I know him as Chris, or maybe I just met him today. I say, hey, what's up, cuz? What's up, bro? How you doing? And now I've offended somebody, and then it's a whole another thing.
The finesse kid, boy who hide as me. Told the doctor I'm a healthy kid. I smoke broccoli. I will run around your boy like Monopoly. Oh boy, you's a broke boy. Flockers got you beat.
Like me and you, two black men. One that I have a lot of respect for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of respect for you. A lot of respect for you. And you see how two black men can disagree.
100%.
Can disagree.
Especially when we got respect with,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
the same respect for you.
Yeah, but it's like,
regard.
I can disagree like, nah, hell nah, man. The trans and so, and the key to it is we don't have no, it's really,
At the end of the day, we ain't gonna go off and fucking fight each other in the street about it.
Because you know what it is? What people don't do is take the personal out of it. When you remove with the personal feelings,
good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had to learn that myself because I take, man, I've been a grudge holder, personal taker. Like that's how I lived the bulk of my life until I transitioned into who I am. And it took a lot to build, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it took really a lot of bricks to build who I am. And I'm not even all of who I aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? But when I look back at who I was, you know what I'm saying? So when I see that, it's just like, hey, we can all have a...
but that's my point. So the views we had about transgenders, different views, different standpoints, and there's still no answer to it.
There's not going to be an answer
There's
to
not
it.
gonna be an answer, but it's not an answer to none of this shit.
But I'm trying to give a solution though. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be somebody.
But no business owner is gonna buy another bathroom.
What it depends. Because
no, nobody's gonna do
it's
that.
all about forward thinking and out of the box. Me personally, if I had those resources and I was that business
You're
owner,
not.
I
So
would.
you go no.
Here you go.
You only gonna have one or two one transgender or two transgenders that come in your.
You know that.
For a month.
You don't know that.
1 month you gonna have two
You don't know
transgenders
that.
or two transgenders.
I'm
You're not changing
I'm
your
a
whole.
firm, I'm a
plumbing
firm
system
believer.
to put
I'm a
another
firm
bathroom.
believer. If you build it, they will come.
No, hell no. So
They will. They
if you
will.
have another, all right. If you have a bunch of transgenders in your establishment, guess what else you gotta have? Now you got the bathrooms for them. You still gotta fight. You still gotta fight in your ass. Think of business 101.
Let all these porta potty businesses you see all over construction sites, you see fairs, carnivals, everything else. They've got a single use bathroom and a handicap bathroom. Sometimes they might put a woman's placard on there and a man's placard, but they don't put anything else.
But that's what I said. Just family restaurants, family.
But it's different
family.
too because it's singular.
Yeah,
so
but I'm saying
really you ain't got to put nothing on there.
We got
you just got to put occupied.
Yeah, we got to move
and
past
not
this
one.
topic.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got one more thing to say. Let's move past this. Though we got to get to the education. So I'm just gonna say the view. If you do 3 bathrooms, you're still gonna have another issue on your hand as a business owner because
Yes.
that person and this person right here is going to see this transgender person sitting next to them and they're going to have a problem. Or this male, this female is going to see that bathroom and not want to bring their kids in there because you allow it.
Because you're promoting it.
You're promoting that naturally.
But if you visually promote that with your business, then you won't have that problem.
You won't have that problem.
Because hey, if you got a problem with that, hey, you see my sign out there.
You're going to have that problem. You're going to have that problem.
Why are you here?
Schools, it's been a problem. And even if you fix this, you're going to have this. It's anything in business.
But because those things are in
Welcome to my fucking
Yeah,
world.
exactly.
You try to fix one thing,
If you fix
Five-
one thing, it's still a revolving door of
everybody's
other
pissed
things.
off.
You can't fix it. I'm telling you. I'm like, okay, I'm
But
gonna
this
fix
is my
this.
thing. If you go to a business and they got a family bathroom, they have men's bathroom, women's, and say a handicap. You know what I'm saying? That's more than just 2 bathrooms. Some places can't have all those.
Now you just fucked up. Now you just fucked up the handicap bathroom. So I got my grandma out here with a walker. She can't get in there because somebody's transgender. Now I've taken away a handicap bathroom. You got to have a single-use family
I
bathroom.
think family, and then you can't put handicap and transgender on the same road.
Why?
You can't do
Why?
that. You can't do that.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? You can't put transgender. The sympathy for a handicap and the sympathy for a transgender is going to be 2 totally different paths of life. You're going to feel like a real. You going home, going to sleep at night, talking about somebody that's handicapped.
I'm play devil's advocate on. I'm play devil's advocate on this.
It's and society views.
The 100.
All right, so moving forward, guess we ain't gonna ever realize we never gonna find a solution. So
That's going to be another episode
education,
dedicated
Yeah,
to that topic.
we'll have to keep it to one topic.
financial stability, school systems, how we grew up, from that standpoint, how did that affect of where we are in our life right now? Like, how did you grow up with, like, you know, being in a public school system where they pass you by, not teaching you money management skills, things of that nature. The welfare, how do we feel about that? You know, certain things of how our culture influence where we are in our life, you know, what we had to come through from education, financial situations, understanding money, how to deal with money, not being taught, like you said.
Money, want some food, boy, you hungry, I want them hungry.